Well, it's a beautiful, unseasonably warm Sunday afternoon here in Minnesota, and it's still archery only hunting right now. The gun rifle opener is going to be in a little bit. I got slugs here, which I don't do. But after shooting a few arrows here just to make sure I'm sighted in, I thought about a couple of things that can bother people, can bother patients that like to either deer hunt, turkey hunt with a bow. A lot of different things with the arm, and the elbow, and the wrist. If it bothers you, there's certain things that are bothering you. A few of those things could be at your elbow. If you're right-handed, at your elbow, just pulling back, and more in particular would be your wrist on your kind of non-dominant hand. So if you really, bend your wrist up like this, if you have any problems with the thumb side of your wrist, there are certain things that can really hurt you. Probably one of the things would be if you've ever had an injury to your wrist, you may have sprained or tore a ligament, which a lot of patients may not know that they have done that. Later on, it's kind of whenever you have pain getting up from the ground like a push-up, that may hurt. But specifically when you're holding your bow and you're holding your wrist back like that, really nicely relaxed, that may hurt you. But then also in that position, if you have any issues with tendons on this side of the wrist or the thumb, those things can bother you too. And so really the point of this video was just to say that if you have problems when you're shooting a bow, it could be either in your arm, your lead arm that's holding your bow, or in your elbow or your wrist or your fingers on this side. There could be a lot of different things that could be bothering you. I guess for the purpose of this video, it's just more of an awareness that if you feel like you can't shoot very well because of these things, hopefully these subsequent videos will let you know what those things may be. And I have a couple of things that bother me. I had in college when I played football, I injured my shoulder, and it kind of hurts when I get really far back here. So sometimes I have to cheat with my body a little bit. But if you find that when you pull back here in your lead hand, if it hurts in your wrist in the middle when you're pulling your wrist back, that could be a possible ligament injury. You may have, if you bend your wrist down, you may notice a bump here. That could be a cyst that could sometimes impinge too. And I noticed a lot of that in my patients when I was active duty in the Air Force. A lot of young people that would try to do push-ups, that would really hurt. And if they had a little bump there, that cyst in itself is not a big issue, but it could certainly cause pain. And then certainly if you have arthritis in the base of your thumb, that would really hurt too. And then on this side, there can be a tendonitis, which a lot of times is called tennis elbow. And a lot of patients that have pain there, they don't actually play tennis, but maybe if we get enough people that it hurts when you're pulling back like this, we could call it archer's elbow. Maybe some people have actually called it that too. But there's just a couple of things. I guess my point in this video was that for all of you that are getting ready for deer season, getting sighted in with your bow, if you have, when you have your arrow pulled back and you're trying to concentrate on your breathing, and if you find that your concentration is pulled to something that's hurting you, or you can't feel like have a good drawback because of any aches and pain or stiffness, it could be a lot of different things. If you're experiencing that, maybe what we can do is just put in something in the comments, or you can send me a direct message or an email. And not that I'm trying to give medical advice, but hopefully I can start coming up with a couple of different diagnoses that we can kind of go deeper into and maybe see if that's what you guys have, and then I can give you some guidance on it. So that's about it. Happy hunting. Please be safe, and I guess there'll be more coming. Bye.